Good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday. Holy smokes, the market's going crazy. It always knows when to time these runs, right when I'm getting settled in and right about to stream. We couldn't just waited just a little bit longer for that run to start. Good morning, everybody. Let's see who's with us. If you're with me on YouTube chat or here in Discord, go ahead and say what's up. We got Trader Page, we got Justice, Kodak, we got V, we got Mike, Midland Trader, we got Nightbot. We got Futures Trading today, One Man Wolfpack. We got Alex, Sarah, Jim, Double G. Happy Hump Day. Morning, Trend Friend. Good morning, everybody. Wow, so the market's going up like crazy. I'm trying to see if we get any kind of pullback here that I can jump into. Let's start the stream off right. Let's hit that lucky like button so we can all have a fantastic day. We got PCE data, we got GDP data, all coming out here in the it's going to come out at 8:30, the bottom of the hour, so 30 minutes from now, just under 30 minutes. Good morning, Ari. Good morning, Rush, Vladimir. Anybody in a trade here? Anybody long and strong? My goodness gracious, what a move. This thing has been screaming. Good morning, Smoof. Boy, I would have loved to have on a position here to the long side, but was right in the morning memo and then finally getting set up for the stream here and just didn't have any time. So we're getting a little pullback right now. Big Mac had 4 lots from 125, but sold my runners too early. Oh, man. Holy smokes. Was long this AM from 80 to 122. Wow, nice work there, Jimmy boy. Well, let's see on this pullback if we can catch anything here. Pre-print. This market is screaming. To the top side, we do have a level that's all the way up at 173 here. So 30 handles away. But let's see if this is a meaningful pullback that we can jump into here. If it is, that would be great. We do have room up to 50 or so. Would like to see a deeper pullback down to 40. If the GDP data comes in higher, the market should go higher. That is correct, Kodak. That is correct. So, market is just off to the races here. I'm going to go take a long here. I'm going to move my stop pretty tight. Move it up to the top of those wicks there, top of those bars. I would love to see a pullback, you know, sort of to 38 to 40, somewhere in that range that I could add to this. That'd be really, really nice. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when we reach up towards 50 here. Morning, Redberg. So we have, what is it, 27 minutes now until that data is coming out. We are long, looking for an upper target here of 73. I would like to see if we get any kind of pullback here towards that 40 level. It appears that somebody might have an early read here on the GDP and PCE data, and the market's just going to go crazy. But let's see. Yeah, there's a big consolidation here that kind of happened for a couple hours. How long was that period there? From 22. Yeah, so more than a couple hours. Quite a few hours there. So what I'd like to see, if I can get some more size in, I'd like to see a pullback probably to that 38 area. Let me see here. Somewhere maybe that 38, 39 area. Microsoft, by the way, is putting up new all-time highs. So let's see if we're going to get that push up towards 50. Volume is coming down just a little bit here. We had some big volume up towards 50. Looks like some people were kind of stuffing the order there. Q's pop on German inflation data. Yeah, we did see that. The CPI data was negative 0.4% versus a negative 0.1% estimate. Year over year, 3.2%. More in DK. So I'm looking for any kind of pullback here to add into. And if we get a deeper pullback, I'd get stopped out. And then I could re-enter maybe low 30s or so. But I am curious of how this will hit this approach towards 50. I'm adding into that there. If we clear above 50, I want to get aggressive in this thing. So nice momentum here to the upside. Interacting here with 50 now. We're right through 50 there. Beautiful. See if we hold this or if we get any kind of pullback we can add into. I'm actually adding into that right there. See if we hold these 50s now. And at 34 out of 49 and a quarter. Nice work there, Chicago. Seeing if we can hold these 50s or if we'll swipe down. We'll actually move my stop up a little bit here. So now the trade is modified just a little bit here. We are still holding those 50s quite strong. We have 22 minutes here until that data comes out. Yeah, add into that full size here. Looking for this punch up above 55 now. We do have room up to 73, but it just is a matter of whether or not we have enough time to get up towards that level in the next 22 minutes. We could have a nice, healthy squeeze. We just have to have this continuation showing up right around here. Clear above 55 should snap this to the upside. Microsoft still surging, SPY surging here as well. So just watching for this pop above 55. Good morning, Mobisher. Actually, I want to move my stop up in case we get a quick swipe down so I can re-enter this at a better price if we're going to stall out here at 55 first. Totally okay if we do. See if we hold these 50s. Volume is subsiding just a touch here. Morning, Richard. So question is how deep will this pullback be? And seeing if we can reclaim these 50s here. Yeah, if you want to see the heat map, there's the full heat map right there. That's what we're looking at right now. We have some support down there at 40s, and then we have it above there towards 50 and 60. So we have 20 minutes now until the data is coming out. For the preliminary GDP, we're expecting quarter over quarter 5.0%. Versus a 4.9% prior. So we're expecting a strong read there. And I probably want to be at least reduced in size before that print comes out. So we're hoping that we get this resolution on this trade in the next, I'd say 10, 12 minutes here. We are holding the 50s. We just need to see strength above that 50 level right now. We might get a pullback here into the high 40s. And if that's the case, we'll just re-enter. We'll pull out and we'll re-enter this thing. We'll see if we kind of get the top of those wicks there for a stop. Right around 46 or so. It's going to be interesting to see what happens on this print because we do have the PCE print as well. We have the preliminary wholesale inventories data, the trades goods balance, the GDP and PCE all coming out here at 8:30. So it's going to be very, very interesting, very volatile. Good morning, G-Lines. We had a really nice push up there, right up to towards our entry there, but then we had a big seller stepping in and reject that. So a little bit of volatility pre-print here. Morning, Junior. Good morning, Big G-Ski. So right now, somebody really scared off of that 50 level. See if we can withstand this print, at least this price action until the print. Scan print on the triple Qs down to the breakout area, 7150 on the NQ. Yeah, our level is 73.5. That's what we're looking for here. We might just get stopped out though before this print comes out, and we'll have to wait to play on that print. But let's see if we can. We had some buyers stepping in, but then we had an aggressive seller selling that 52 level. So we're perking back up here. Let's see if we can hold this level again. This is where we were met with that violent seller again, right around this 50 level. So very low liquidity. We just need to see a little bit of a perk up, and that would invite this little micro squeeze up to 55. So struggling right now at the 50s. Little perk up here. Yeah, the same guy's still sitting there right around 51, 52. They continually sell that area. So might have to rotate out a little bit here. I'm going to come out 5 here if I can on the ask. I'll see if they can actually fill me here. So out 5 there. Reducing my size, reducing my risk, because we're not getting that resolution over that 52 player yet. And I just don't want to be carrying this much risk when we're getting a sideways consolidation like this. We can dump right down to 42 pretty easily. So reducing my size is the right play here. Slept through the big drive up. Yeah, it was a big thing. There was really only just one pullback today on the way up. Just one kind of micro pullback there, and that was pretty much it. See if we can get through this player here at 52. It's very, they're kind of battling over this 50 to 52 area right now. But this, there's definitely a seller there that keeps on tapping it, but they're doing it aggressively. They're doing a market on the moment that they tap that level, they're doing a market order. So it's causing the price to kind of waffle because we don't have a lot of liquidity right now in this area. So I'd be happy to get stopped out here, and then we'll just prepare ourselves for the print and see if we can nail this print here. TopStep might have a free reset this week. And if you're interested in trading on TopStep, there's a link in the description right down below this video here, which allows you to trade without risking any of your own capital, which is a beautiful thing. Yeah, just lack of continuation there. We will get that pullback. I was looking for that initial pull up through 55 there. So if we do not encroach back above that 52 player and kind of blow him out, then we're going to have trouble getting back above 55. We got about 14 minutes now until the print. Good morning, Pop Pops. Got about, 14 minutes here until the print. So we are just consolidating here. If this consolidation does hold, I will be pretty bullish on this move here. Good morning, Ripper Trader. Good morning, Mitchell. Well, good evening to you. I believe, Mitchell, you're in Australia, right? If I'm not mistaken. So PCE, we're expecting 2.9%. All right, let's see if we can get this through this player here at 52. This is the guy that's been kind of capping off this area here. It's very low liquidity too, heading into this print. So if this guy gets blown out, then it's pretty much a straight shot through 55. It's all contingent upon this player at 52, who every single time that 52 taps, they send in a market order to sell. And that's what's causing the price to kind of waffle at this area here. Amazon's perking up, Nvidia's perking up. We see a lot of green across the table here. So perking up, let's see if we can get through this player. They're testing him again. Very low liquidity on this test. We're talking about 1 lots, 2 lots, maybe a 4 lot sending in. So not a lot of continuation. Yeah, you can see there he is again. So every single time that we tap into that area, you can see right here, we tap that area and then they send in a market order to the short side there. Morning, Laura. Yesterday, who do you keep track over the stocks in the same time with the NAS? The ones that I'm watching are the Magnificent Seven. So I'm looking at Apple, Tesla, Meta, Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. You can look at AVGO as well in that list. Yeah, that player at 52, my goodness. Same guy, just won't go away. Big thorn in my side here. Look at this. Same exact story here. Comes up to 52 and then they sell it pretty hard here. And it's very, very low liquidity, very thin. So we may just get stopped out here and we'll have to reposition for this print, which is out here in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I might have to come on stream a little bit earlier next time too. There we go. They were going to get a little perk back up. They really want to test that 52 player. Q order stacking at 55. Potentially, yes. But remember, a lot of the ETFs are traded by algorithms here. I mean, this is being traded by algorithms, but there's definitely retail participation. Takes a lot of retail participation to move the Qs, and it's less likely to happen during the market hours. There we go. We got through 52 there, surprisingly. So we did a little swipe down on liquidity. Can we get through 55 now? Let's see if we have the muster to perk through 55 here. There we go. Nice tap above 55. Getting rewarded for our patience. Now we just need to see follow through here, and we just need to not see a flush down back to our 52 friend here. Our good buddy at 52. I have another screen with the 7 to Fang to Overwatch. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Long position from 110. Very nice. Jeez Louise. Want to see the price go to 175, which is your TP? Yeah, my TP on this was 73.5. But it's been a little bit choppy and consolidating to get there. I will have to reduce my size going into this print too, unfortunately. But I just would like to see just a little bit of price action here in our favor rather than this waffling around. Make sure you guys are hitting that lucky like button. Maybe that's the issue. We need more people hitting that lucky like button. We are perking up above 55 again. I really am thinking about letting go of 5 here and letting 5 work. I'm 5 on the bid here. Or on the ask rather. Let's see if we can get out here on the ask. See if we get a couple ticks here to the top side. That will pull us out. There we go. 5 more out. So we're running 5 now. Let's see if we can hold above 55. I'm actually going to move my stop so we don't get slammed on here. To about 51. So if that player at 52 wants to sell it again, we'll get tapped out there. Good morning, ABD. How you doing? So holding above 55 for now. I'd like to see this thing really start to scream. But liquidity is super low. Might actually take off some more here. We're getting so close to that print. So caution flag is definitely out. I'm going to try to get 3 more out here on the ask. They tapped me for 1. There we go. So running 2 lots now. Moving my stop up to 51.5. Mike Z says, enjoy the stream. How I would like to trade if I was any good. I mean, you got to get there. If you look at yesterday, I mean, yesterday was a terrible performance through that chop, in my opinion. I traded terribly yesterday. You're going to have bad days. It's part of trading. You're going to have awful days. Yeah, I was using, I was going crazy on size. I was trying to swing the bat pretty hard there yesterday. So if you tuned into yesterday's stream and that was the only stream you ever watched, you probably saw pretty different rips than what you're used to. It takes time. It takes time. And I mean, you know, yesterday's already water under the bridge. I'm completely impervious to yesterday's session and it doesn't affect me at all. And that's because I've been doing this for so long. You get numb to it after a while and it's just numbers on a screen and you're just trying to trade around your price action, whatever your trade plan is. And you just try to tamp down your emotions. Had a 138% trade that made me $4 if that tells you how I swing. You're swinging the little league back. That's okay. I mean, hey, if you're green, you got to think about it this way. If you made $4, there's somebody out there that lost $1 million. What would you rather be? The guy who made $2 or $4 or the guy who lost $1 million, right? You got to find the silver lining in this situation at all times. So we're running 2 lots here. I could probably tease this down a little bit on my stop in case we get a little sweep down on that print. I mean, if the print is a dunk, I don't mind taking a loss on it here. What are we at? 53 average, 2 lots. So I could probably risk. I mean, I could get stopped out here. I mean, I'm definitely running this with the risk that I do get stopped out. I almost want to just run 1 lot into this, which I'm probably just likely going to do. I'm going to peel off 1 more here into the ask. So I'm running 1 lot here. It's just the timing of everything didn't work out. I'd love to be holding 15 lots right now if I was confident in the sprint, but that's the way that everything's kind of, unfurling here. So we are realized $255 of profit right now. After fees, $188 because so many contracts. But yeah, so I mean, we got room to get stopped out on this one and break even. Good morning. Days like yesterday happened. I was green yesterday and walk away after the chop. There you go. Hey, if you're green yesterday, that's amazing. That's fantastic. Look at this. We are meandering up towards that 73 benchmark. G-Line says, I had a bad day yesterday as well. Hit my loss limit. Rather have made $4. There you go. Exactly. Many people in here should watch Dumb Money. It's a story about GameStop and the epic bull rally it had. Yeah, I saw that actually in the theaters. Me personally, I wasn't that big of a fan of the film. I thought that there's been better ways that it's been explored. We're going to get stopped out here. No, wait, that's my that's my entry. I was like, wait a second. 45.90 to 45.95 possible supply. Let's see up top there. Yeah, there's definitely some supply up there. There's about 1,000 contracts between 94 and 96 up there on the S&P. Spike out, spike down coming up. Yeah, we could see that too, Chicago. I'm here for it. We'll see it, right? Benchmark today, by the way, for us to stream live into the open here is going to be getting 110 likes. So we got to get 110 likes in the video, which shouldn't be too hard. We're at, what are we at right now? 62. There's 154 of you guys in here. So if you guys want to see me stream through the open, we got to get to 110 likes by 9 o'clock. So we got time as well. And if we don't do that, we'll stream here in Discord as we regularly do. So just looking across the board here. Yeah, it would have been nice had I got on stream a little bit earlier. Then I could have been, long somewhere down in this area. And then we're just kind of coasting here. And then, having a stop kind of at break even makes things a lot easier to trade these prints. They just cleared out the order book because we are within 3 minutes now. We are within 3 minutes of the wholesale inventory GDP print. Also PCE print coming out. So we are looking for the core PCE at 2.4% estimate versus a 2.4% prior. Need to start waking up at 3 a.m. What depends on what time zone you're in. We are still pushing up here on our one lot. Eastern time zone. Yeah, that's early. It's funny. There was a period of the market where I'm trying to think, it was 2020, I think. So about 3 years ago, there was a period of the market where literally every single large move happened in the futures market during Globex. There was no big moves during regular trading hours. And I was trading futures during that time. I was trading a lot of NQ. I was trading more ES, surprisingly, right? More ES than NQ because NQ was just so wild at the time. I remember the very first time that I was trading NQ way back when. I didn't have any idea what a tick was worth, what a point was worth. And I just remember thinking, because they said something, I was talking to, I think it was with TD Ameritrade, who I originally traded with futures. And they're like, oh yeah, it's $20 a point. I'm like, huh? $20 a point. And I levered in huge. And because they limit you. I tried to do more than one lot. They limit you. I called them. I said, hey, I got a decent sized account with you guys. I want to, do more lots. They're like, how many do you want to do? I was like, give me 100. And they're like, no. They're like, what are you talking about? 100 lots. They said, no. I was like, okay, what's the most you can give me? They're like, we'll start you off with 5. I was like, well, no, I don't want to do 5. That's $100, a point. I didn't have any idea how any of this worked, right? And so they ended up giving me 20. And the very first trade I put on in the NQ, I think it was a $25,000 trade or something like that. To the top side, long, and I made 25 grand on it. Lickety split. Full size, right out the gates too. Because I was just like, oh, just do 20 lots, no big deal. It's just so funny how when you don't know what you're doing, things are just completely different. Good morning, BJ. Just wondering, why do you trade pre-market? Why wouldn't I? We'll give you 5. What do you think? I'm trying to work forever? Yeah. Yeah, did I say that was easy? Yeah, I thought it was the easiest thing in the world. It reminded me of the very first time I traded. I thought it was the easiest thing in the world. I said, this is crazy. This is free money. I'm just going to do this. And then you realize, nope. Yeah. I mean, if you watch my Top Step interview, I go over my story of how I started trading. All right, here we go. Here's the print. 5.2% on the GDP. Stopped out here. So that we're still in the profit, $91 there. That's fine. Let's see if we can catch this. It's chunky. Oh my gosh, here we go. Terrible fill. So running one lot here, seeing if we can get up to the 73 benchmark. Oh, it's chunky, all right. I'm going to move my stop to the bottom of those wicks. Waiting for the GDP price index still. I'm going to add to that here. Looking for this extension all the way up to 73. 2.3% on the core PCE price index, which is decent. Nice push up here. So we're at that 73 area. Let's see if we crash on through that. If we bust through like the Kool-Aid man. Covering one right there. Moving my stop up just below break even. We're taking it easy here. Stopped out there. So we're at 137 bucks. We're at 137 bucks there on the day. We tapped right into that 73.5 level, and that's where I was kind of watching to see if we were going to bust on through, but we didn't. See if we want to take this short at all from this area, watching these 60s here. So definitely taking it much easier than we did yesterday. Not barreling into these trades. Yesterday we were going hot and heavy in these things, but you know, one lot, two lot, nice and relaxing on these prints here. I'm going to take that short. Let's move our stop here just above 60. I'm going to keep a tight stop here. If we actually flush down, I want to see this flushing 48. So I'm keeping my stop super tight here. Just kind of trying to get this scalp here down to 48. If we don't, yeah, stopped out there. If we don't get it, we don't get it. So that puts us at, we are now sitting at a whopping $27 there on the day. Again, taking it very easy through these prints. Tapped last Wednesday's high and rejected. Yeah, that's at 73.50 benchmark that I was looking at. That was the high there. So let's see, if liquidity picks up at all. Do you use the FIFO setting on NinjaTrader as you take contracts off? I do, yeah. What is the red line? Is it an indicator? This is hourly low, and this is the hourly high. I'm actually going to take that short there, and I'm going to put my stop there at the top of that area of that kerfuffle. So looking for this to, again, to be weak below 60. Targeting 48 to the downside here. Because we came back up and then we didn't find the strength to even rally up to 65. So just trying to scalp this here. Take a second lot. Looking for 48. Show me 48. If there are bids firming up at this area, then there's a good chance that we will break above 73.5. So there we go. We're down at 50. I want that 48 target. See if we get through this 50 here. Still a little bit heavy. Watching here, there's that 48. We tapped right into that 48 level. I'm actually going to run a little bit more short here. Trying to avoid a bounce back up to 50. Moving my stop. Trying to avoid this bounce here. Yeah, stop down. So we had that bounce right back up above 50 there. So taking a loss on that one. Original target was 48. We showed a little bit of weakness there at 48. So I piled into that one a little bit, but didn't get the resolution I wanted. A little bit wicky here. We're getting scalpy. We know what we're getting into. So 48 firmed up. Now the question is whether or not we reclaim that 60. If we have a weak bounce here, I will be taking this short confidently because we will likely break that 48 to the downside and find a little bit more room. So watching here on this weaker bounce, taking that short there. Just getting a little bit scalpy. Watching here at 50. We have this weakness right around 50. I'm going to add two more into that there on this approach towards 50. Again, looking for weakness below 48. Keeping our stop pretty tight here. A little weakness tap into 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's right there at the EMA as well. 50 here. SPY's Adding into more for this weakness through 50. See if we can get a cover below 48 now. Still nice and weak here. Watching for this 47 flush. See if we get a little bit of follow through here below 48. Tough to trust here. 48, they are buying it a little bit, but this should be a little bit weaker than this. Watching here if we're weak below 50, or if they're going to buy the pants off this thing. That 48 level is still pretty strong. Well, let's see if we can slam right through that here. If that level breaks, we should have some stops popping off to the downside here. So watching this 50. I'm not seeing any aggression right now above 50 just yet, so that's good for our position. So this should fade pretty hard here. If we flush through 45, this should get a nice little fade here. Just have to be wary of a big monster bounce. Trying to cover 3 there into the bid. Covered 3. Stop just below break even, running these final 2 off. So SPY's rolling over a touch too. Actually, I want to have my stop. What am I saying here? I want to have my stop just a touch above 50 in case we get that flash right back. So we are drilling now. This is good. We should have a little bit of resistance when we get towards that 39 3/4 level. My biz says, was wondering, is there a few seconds delay watching on YouTube? Yep, we have a zero latency stream in the Discord. Here's some information on how you can join us in Discord. There we go. Getting some nice flush here. Anybody else riding this short with me? Anybody else getting this alpha to the downside here? 40, we getting a little bit of a bounce. So we have a target down here around that 37. I'm going to actually peel off one here. We're going to run that final lot off. I'm going to move that to the bottom of those wicks. So nice trade there. Got stopped. Trader Page says, I am. Alex Al says, scalping down. Trader Page got the trophy. Yep, there's liquidity at 135 and 118. Twiddling my thumbs watching at work. Good morning, Larry. Alex taking 5 points a pop on 1s and 2s. Nice. Rode 5 down with me. Nice mark. There we go. Love to see that. Tom is up $560. Way to go, Tom. Stopped out there. So that's going to put us at, on the day here, $396. Trading nice and easy here, too. No stress. Stress-free trades. Really not anything to be worried about in these trades. Keeping our stops relatively tight. Look at where that stopped me out, by the way. Look at that. I nailed it perfectly. You gotta love that when it stops you out like that. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure you are hitting that like button. Remember, if we get to 110 likes, we are going to stream through the open here. We are at 103, so 7 more to go, and we'll stream through the open here. You guys nailed it once again. And by the way, if you aren't subscribed yet, it's free to subscribe to the channel. But when we get to 2,000 subs here on the channel, we're going to be giving away a free Top Step Combine. We're giving one away in Discord, I think, on Thursday. But we're going to give away here on YouTube and Discord another Top Step Combine the moment that we hit 2,000 subs. Good morning, up $730, 200 away from passing 2 combines. That's the way to do it right there. Nice. Alex up $541. Trader Page up $450. Justice up $365. Mike C says nailing stops is a skill I have. Yeah, it feels like that sometimes, doesn't it? Daniel says MNQ, how many contracts? We are trading the NQ, not the MNQ, by the way, here. I know it's cut off a little bit, but yeah, we're trading the NQ here. It is the good old NQ, the big boy. What are those levels and how do we get them on our screens? These right here, this is just the hourly high and hourly low. This is an indicator that I had coded up for me from one of my friends. And we do have another indicator. Somebody in Clubhouse and a member of Market Clubhouse in the Discord created one too. It's not the one that I use, but it does it just the same, and that's available in our Discord as well. DK says down 435, time to recover. Were you long into that flush there, or what happened there? But yeah, those on Mitchell, to answer your question, that's just hourly high and hourly low. The other levels that I have, these are the ones that we drew on Monday here on the stream. And look at that, we kissed that 73.5. Of course, 73.5, if you're wondering where that came from, we just need to scroll on back right there. That was on Wednesday, the 22nd of November. That was the high there. If I'm not mistaken, the high was 173.5. So we tapped right into that level. And that's kind of what gave me the idea to take this market short here, because when we come up to that level, we're not breaking through. We have these weak little retests here to the top side. Looks like it's going to be weak. Do we have follow through all day now that it's going to be weak? That's TBD. It's there's so much on the table that can happen today. Microsoft being one of those big catalysts. Microsoft is right now in the pre-market at all-time highs. Not regular trading hours yet, but in the pre-market here is trading at all-time highs. Think about that. That's a big deal. So on the schedule today at 10:30, we do have some distillate inventories. So not a big deal unless you're a crude trader or a natty gas trader. We have the Fed Reserve Beige Book. That's out at 2 p.m. today. And then we have Loretta Mester, who's speaking at 1:45. But that's it for data today. There's no more data coming out. So it's going to be pure price action trading today. So I'm expecting somewhat of a choppier session, which is okay. We're probably not going to step into anything unless we have a nice look on it, right? We're not going to go crazy on anything unless it gives us a really, really nice look. Wow, you guys did it. Awesome. We got 120 likes and there's 205 of you guys in here. So we'll definitely be streaming through the open today. So congratulations, we did it. Good job, Trader Page, Alex, Justice, Tom, R, Sean, and everyone else that is up. I'm up $325. Hey, there you go. Nice work. Looks like a lot of you guys tackled that short there. Very, very nice. You'll love to see it. We did it, Joe. Oh, man, it is so Jover. We really did it. What is the Beige Book? A guy said is the most important news of the day. I mean, it can be. It can move the market. It's just kind of their update. They give an update on the economy and they publish that on their website. So, it can move the markets. I think that bond auctions lately have been moving the markets a lot more. We've had, stretching this out here. We've had a lot more movement out of the T-bill auctions. The fixies, all those fixies auctions that have been coming out. Those have been what's moving the market. I think yesterday we had a big old drop on that. And of course, that drop was negated because the market's been so strong. So we are pulling up here. We did make a higher low. Looks like we dipped liquidity below those 40. So I'm happy to be flat there. We had some really nice covers, actually. If we go back to NinjaTrader here. Again, this is the 30-second chart over here, by the way. This is the 30-second chart. I don't actually trade on a 30-second chart. The only reason I run a 30-second chart is so that you folks out there are in YouTube and on Discord can see all the executions on my chart here. Because look, if I change this to a, let's just say, something we'd actually trade off, a 5-minute chart, how good is that for information if you're looking to see what trades I took? Let's say you showed up to the stream late here. I mean, is this gonna show you anything about the trades that we took today? I mean, not really. So this is why we run the 30-second chart here. So we can actually see the executions. But look at that. Had a really nice cover down there. We are kind of double bottoming here. But with the fact of the matter is that, the data that came out, it wasn't extremely strong. It wasn't an outlier print. If it was an outlier print, we would have had this blast right through this area up here, up at 73.20. You can't really see that because this Top Step banner is covering that. And by the way, if you want to trade on Top Step like I do every single day here to make this profit of $396, there's a link in the description down below. And if it's your first Top Step combine, you get an even deeper discount at 60%, which is really, really great. And you don't have to risk your own money. How do you read the book map? Seems very confusing to understand. Yeah, I don't blame you. It is something that I've been reading since, I was a very, very early adopter of Bookmap. I've told the story a couple times, but I was outside working out in my gym, and I was thinking about, the way that I'd want to see price. And I said, it'd be really cool if I could see the volume within a candlestick, how much volume was conducted at this area of the candlestick versus this area of the candlestick. And lo and behold, Bookmap was already created. I was actually going to hire a programmer that was going to write something similar for me, but it had already been created. And so you can see here, if we go over to Trading View, you can see that all you're going to see in this candlestick right here is just a candlestick, right? It's a red candlestick. So this is the opening of the candle. This is the closing of the candle. This candle has 2 seconds more left on it. So it's probably going to end red here. There you go. These are 1 minute bars. They have a 1 minute timer on them. And so you can see that this candle opened here. It went as high as the top of that wick there. And it closed right there, but it went as low as that. So there's a lot of information to glean from that. Reading candlesticks is a whole different skill, right? But I can't see exactly how much volume was transacted at this part of this candle right here. I can't see that. There's no information. I can see down here the volume, how much volume was transacted in each specific candle. And, I can break it down into a 30-second chart here, and I can get more granular. But I'm still lacking that important information because I want to see perhaps maybe somebody was stuffing it up here in this area, right? Up at 62, maybe somebody was stuffing it. There's some big sellers stepping in on the ask. I'm not going to see that. I can just kind of infer that from, reading a candlestick chart for so long, but I'm not going to get the exact information that I want. Now, if we flip over into Bookmap here, you can see that, well, now I can see very clearly, let's go into that big flush there in that 60 level that I was talking about. I can see very clearly here, up at the top, there was a player here up on the ask right here on this bubble that was selling 28 lots, and the majority of that was lifted from the ask. So I can pretty much say that, there's a player sitting there about 63 and a half that is shorting this market on the ask, or at least covering a long position. And that's going to give us some information that if we don't come up and immediately tap that and retest that, we're probably going to come down. And that's the information I used to take the trade that I did, where we're up $396 now. And so you can see here, imagine that this is a candlestick. I can see exactly how much volume was conducted in each part of that candlestick, right? And, the best part about it is that there's really no candlesticks in Bookmap. I can zoom in as much as I want down to the nanosecond level. In fact, look at like this bubble right here was 11 contracts, but I can break that down now even more and see, look, it breaks apart here. Now I can see that there's one lot, one, and then there's a 2 lot. So that was how it was actually broken down at a nanosecond level. I can break it down even more. And you can see down here, this is the time scale right here. It's broken down literally into the nanosecond level that I can see each of those executions there. Now it depends on, what you're looking for in your trading, but Bookmap is constantly recording all day. So if I ever want to go back to a portion of my trades, I can go back and I can look at it down to the nanosecond level, see exactly what orders were hitting the market, how they were hitting the market, what kind of velocity was behind those orders, what the general idea was. And in hindsight, I have the idea that, I see exactly what happened in the market. So I can go back and study this game film and say, well, the next time I see this type of pattern, the market should react like this. And that's technically, what I've been doing over the last however many hours that I've been watching Bookmap. It's been a minimum of 10,000 hours that I've been watching Bookmap and then utilizing it as a tool. There's some other streamers out there that kind of use Bookmap like this, and it really doesn't make any sense. I don't think they understand how to use it, but there's another streamer out there that does that. It's pretty funny. But anyway, it's a very valuable tool. We actually have a discount code MC20 right down below where you can get 20% off for Bookmap, which is really cool. It's a great tool. Highly recommend using it. I wouldn't be trading without it. I used to just read footprint charts, time and sales, and just the classic way of tape reading. You have to commit a lot to memory. And this relaxes my mind a lot more because I can just kind of, I'm still looking at time and sales, of course, but this allows my mind to kind of relax more during these trades. So Does that make sense? That's kind of my high level view here of Bookmap and how valuable it is. I love it though. It's one of my favorite tools. Have you seen the video from Nutty Bar trading for withdrawals from Top Step? I have not. What's the point we're trying to make there? I have not seen that. What does he say in that video? The only reason I know about that guy is because there's another streamer that was trying to beef with him, like bully him. Oh man, FinTwit and all that nonsense. There's just so much. It's funny. There's some ridiculous content out there in the financial space. It was the battle of the redheads. That's what it was. Two redheads going at each other. Who had the better carrot top? Thanks for explaining how you use Bookmap. Yeah, of course. Happy to do that. Name rhymes with Dantrick. Yeah. Yeah, so we're just kind of chopping around in this range right here. I'm not interested in taking a trade. We are going to stream until the open because you guys did it. You guys are saying it, not me. Oh, man. You guys are hilarious. I'm not even going to read the chat. You guys can read the chat yourselves. It's funny stuff. That same streamer withdrew only 16K from Top Step and his last withdrawal was like in March or May. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? He's an entertainer. He's not a professional trader. He's an entertainer. So, take from it what you will. Signs of in a bottle. You guys are on fire this morning. You guys are amazing. Oh man. I love our crew. I love our morning streaming crew here. We have a lot of fun, don't we? We have a good time in here. So no news coming out here. We should have some flows here at the top of the hour. I don't know if you guys got your Celsius ready for the day here, but I got to probably refill soon. In fact, I've been cheating on Celsius a little bit here. I've been trying a new one out here. I don't know if we can see that. This is Omni Energy here. This is sent to be my good friends over at Steel Supplements. And I'm not going to lie, it's really good stuff. It's good stuff here. I don't know why, but I love these energy drinks in the morning. I start with my morning with a big cup of black coffee, and then these energy drinks, these just keep me going. All right, let's do a poll here. Let's do a poll. Will and Q. Make sure I put that up there. Will and Q end the day up or down? Right now we're up, 0.6%. So, I mean, we'll do it from the opening price, right? We'll do this from the opening price, up or down. And I'm going to specify this from the opening print. And then we'll do this here, up, down. And then we'll do unchanged for you folks that like to be kooky. A little bit on the wild side there. There we go. Starting the poll there. Votes are anonymous, so a vote honestly here. Vote honestly. Good morning, Tough. So you switched from Celsius to Omni because Celsius refuses to sponsor you. Omni might be reaching out for a sponsorship here. I'm not going to say anything yet, but yeah, you never know. But if Celsius, again, if anybody knows anybody, you guys have any family or friends that work for Celsius, I say this every stream. We're looking for a Celsius sponsorship here for the Market Clubhouse morning live stream. What happens when you have 3 XFA accounts and another is about to pass or passed? Very good question. And I was in that boat, and I've been in that boat where you have multiple combines that have been passed waiting in the wings. They give you a 30-day grace period on your past combines that are waiting in the wings so that if you blow an XFA, you can just take one of those bench warmers off the bench and bring them right in and you get the XFA live and active the next day. Problem is that I passed so many combines more than 30 days ago. I just had like 8 past combines expire that I couldn't even use. It was a real big shame. I wish they allowed you to use more than 3 XFAs, but I totally understand why they don't. And yeah, I had literally like 8 past combines because we're trading combines here on stream quite a bit. I had eight of them like passed. Let me see how many it was. I'm not even gonna check, but it was like 8. It was like 8 past combines. And I couldn't even use them because I had 3 XFAs. So I couldn't even use them. And then like the 30 days are up now because it's November 29th. Yeah, I passed them like in late September or whatever. Usually make it halfway. What do you think stops you from getting all the way? What do you think stops you? And are you journaling about it? Help, I've fallen. I can't find my Celsius. What if you have a live funded account with Top Step? Can you still have 3 XFAs at the same time? You can. Absolutely, you can. Over trading. So if you know the answer, right? If you know the answer, you got to limit yourself. If you limit yourself on your trading window, here's the thing. There's a lot of people out there that have a lot of trouble walking away from the market because they think that they're going to miss something. Well, I got news for you, pumpkin. The market's going to be open whether you like it or not. Even if you don't want to trade, the market's still going to be there trading and you're not going to miss it, right? Trust me. If you think this action is good right now, I mean, there was days back in, I want to say it was like 2018 and 2019, pre-COVID, there was days in futures where you'd have 300, 600 point days in the NQ. I'm trying to remember the exact dates. I want to find these charts. I'm going to go back in my downtime. I want to find some of these charts. I was talking to one of the Clubhouse members yesterday about this, but you would have a print like, let's just say it was like 11,200 in the NQ. And then the very next print would be like 11,205. And then the next print, 11,210. Like you'd have these chunky prints gapping up 5 handles at a time. And it's like, you think this market's good. Now, stop thinking that. Stop having this FOMO, this fear that you're going to miss out of like some amazing trade. The only trades that you should ever have FOMO about are like GameStop. Like that was a fantastic trade. That was that was the biggest trade that I ever profited on. That was an insane thing. Have FOMO about something like that. If you're going to have FOMO about like, oh man, I hope I just can't stop trading the NQ at 10 a.m. on a random Wednesday. You got to get your head checked out. I mean, come on. It's the NQ. It's going to be here all day for you. It's not going anywhere. So, I mean, yeah, there's going to be days when you don't trade. You miss a 300-point rip or a 200-point rip or a 600-point rip. It's going to happen. It's not a big deal, though. Who cares? It's going to be open. It's not going anywhere. Now, if they made an announcement, if the CME was like, hey, guess what? We're taking away the NQ. Yeah, then trade it every single day. But I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Blowing 2K evals still in dumb mode. It's going to happen. You got to understand. This is why I have this warning right here. 90% of day traders lose. I'm not a professional financial advisor, if you guys were ever confused about that. I'm a Celsius drinking Looney Tune. This stream is for entertainment only. And yeah, the reason why I put that is that's the facts. 90% of day traders do indeed lose money. They're losing, right? So if you actually pass a combine on Top Step, you're in the 10 percentile. You're doing really, really well. You should be patting yourself on the back. That's why they send you a certificate. That's why they make a big deal about it. Being a live funded trader is no easy feat. So if you're having struggle doing that, I mean, look, if it takes you 3 months to pass a combine, who cares, right? So many people are sitting there and they're like, they'll make $100 or $200 and like, they're sitting there like, oh man, I need to pass this thing. You're making $100 a day and you're doing that consistently. You're doing better than most people out there. And that's the thing. You shouldn't be trying to make $1,000 in a day if you can't make $100 a day consistently, right? Only 10%ers in this room. Yeah, I saw that GDP was revised up to 5.2%. Yeah. If you take a payout, you're in the 2% of the 10%. Yeah, so think about that. Mike says, I can definitely see an improvement. I started with options in a year of trading, only lost $700. That's amazing. That's incredible. Options usually is what cooks people. Not sure if it's just me, but Discord is pixelating. Is it still going? Let's see. Is it still pixelating? Because I can change the bandwidth here and that should fix it. Let's see here. Let's do this. Boom. Is that better? Let me know, Trader Mark. If that's better or worse, just let me know. Because we dropped down the quality. But I mean, I got a whole new line built in, a whole new fiber line that should be able to serve this up nice and fancy pants. Yeah, YouTube's always going to be clear, but YouTube has that delay. There's the top of the hour, folks. A little bit of a liquidity injection here. Don't even get me started on my trading journey. You guys got to remember, I've been doing this for a decade. I mean, you're going to have trouble for a while. If you think that this is going to be an overnight thing, then you're going to get smoked. If the quality is worse, Trader Mark or anybody else in the Discord, if the quality is worse, let me know and I'll flip it back to the other quality. Looking good? Okay, cool. Just switch to options, from options to futures. Yeah, the time decay. You know, we traded in Clubhouse here for the last, I don't know, 8 months or however long it was, we traded options. We traded index options every single day. And it's a very different type of trading. It's a very specific tool set. It's a very specific type of trading. And we did really well. We had an awesome time doing it. But the barrier to entry is higher, right? Top Step offering you an account for $49. I mean, you can't get a better deal than that. It's incredible. It's an amazing opportunity. I wish that I actually started trading on Top Step. They've been around for a decade. I wish I knew about them back then. But yeah, you know, when you're trading options, you got to use your own money. You can use a cash account. You don't have to use the PDT. We are dropping down here a little bit. I want to see if there's an opportunity here. So we are flushing towards that 38 level again, where we had a little bit of liquidity. So we are coming down here. Market is a little bit weak. Let's see if this is a weak bounce up towards 40. And then we could look to target this for maybe a little 10 handle scalp here to the downside. What do you think about the cumulative delta volume indicator? Matt Trades loves it. I love it too. I use it on my book map here. You just can't see it. I actually have that on my book map. So it's between 140 and 150 with a block at 112 to 125. Do you think it retests that level? It definitely could. I absolutely think that we can come down to 115. 100%, Jake Wynn. 100%. I absolutely think that we can come back down to this level because there's a lot of liquidity here. In fact, here, let me open up the... see if this is working. Yeah, there we go. Session volume profile. You can see right here, a lot of volume conducted here. A lot of volume conducted here. Right? We can see that. Good morning, Sam. I'm learning on the ES NQ Friendsby. It's a good place to be learning. NQ is very, very fast and furious. It's insane. NQ is wild. By the way, this is a built-in indicator on TradingView. If you're not on TradingView, I don't know what you're doing. You got to get on TradingView. There's a free version of it. You might as well try the free version and see if you like it. And this is called the SVP HD. That's Session Volume Profile in HD. It's in high def. NQ chooses violence daily. It's a wild one. It's definitely a wild bucking bronco. It's a wild beast. So yeah, we absolutely have room down to the 115 and a quarter level here. It's kind of where we were basing out around there. That's where I would have liked to take a long from, but unfortunately I was not trading at the time there. So, and the thing is that you have to understand, if we have a lot of longs there, Jay, this is pertaining to your question about the levels that we're looking at. And in fact, I'm going to add another level right thusly, right there. That's 132. Let's see if we have anything on the 15 minute as far as order blocks here. I mean, yeah, we do. Let's get this order block in here. We got a little order block here at 115. Let's name that a bullish order block. Boom, we got it. We did it, folks. We did it. And why is that a bullish order block? Well, we have a little bit of inefficiency right there. Just a small one. A tiny little inefficiency right there. So that's what makes it qualify. Good eye there, Jake Quinn. Look at this. We're bouncing right back up here. Get down on the 5 minute here. So we're bouncing right back up. You can see how much volume has been conducted in this range. I really like using volume profile. I use the one on Bookmap. That's the one I'm constantly watching throughout the day. And you can see it's off here to the side right here. And that is my volume profile that I generally am using throughout the day. So we are punching back up here. Big violent push up to the top side. Will be interesting to see whether or not, you know, we do have on the 5 here, we do have a little order block on the 5, but we are kind of tapping into it here. Actually, you know, why don't we put that anyway? You might as well, right? We'll change the name of that, bullish order block. And this is on the 5 minute here. So this will be an interesting open. Remember, we're going to take it a little bit easier today. Not going to go buck wild. Wait for the trades to come to us today versus trying to, you know, get our fingers dirty and do what we've been doing the last couple openings where we've been super hyper aggressive. But it works out on some trades. But when the market's super choppy like this, you know, it leaves a little bit to be desired. So we'll have to see how this open is. Love the stream, brother. Mexico loves you. Oh, thank you. A huevo. ES loaded back up at the highs. Is it me or is the market super extended? I mean, it feels like it, right? You're always going to think when we're trending high like this. I mean, Microsoft seems super extended too, right? Good morning. Do we see all-time high on NQ? There's a good chance, right? I mean, not all-time high, but I mean, definitely up there. I posted in the morning memo there, Mayan. I posted the high levels that we're looking for on the NQ there. The market can go till we die. They do what they need. Yeah, you have to remember too, there's very low supply here to the top side. So it's very easy for the market to extend even more because there's just not a lot of supply. You know, think about it. If you're holding supply in this market, do you really want to be selling it? You want to let this run, right? If the inefficiency for an order block are smaller, does that usually signify that it'd be a weaker block? No, not necessarily. But we're going to talk about this. We're doing a webinar in Clubhouse here on Thursday, where we're going to be talking about that specifically, about inducement of liquidity and how inefficiencies do affect that. I mean, we did clean up the inefficiency right there and kind of pounce right back up to the top side here. So it will be interesting to see the open. I'd love to see a nice little flush down. We have, 23 minutes till the open here. 23 minutes till the open. I think I'm going to take a bathroom break so you guys can enjoy a nice bathroom rally here. So I will be back with you folks shortly. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we're back. So it looks like we had a little bathroom drop there. You guys are hilarious in the chat. You guys are amazing. This wouldn't be an order block, right? Let's see. I mean, it's close. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's technically it is. It is, Christian. Technically. Asking there in the Discord if that was an order block. Technically it is. You guys are amazing. Was it that long of a break? We have about 15 minutes here until the market opens. About 15 minutes. We're pulling back down to the 50s here, just tucking below the VWAP. A lot of volume conducted in this area. Will be interesting to see. Will be interesting to see if, I mean, technically speaking, if we're looking at the chart here, we have made a lower high, so that is kind of trending to the downside here. We are kind of in a little bit of a downtrend. There's a structural play on here that's playing out a picture perfect short. I agree with you. I just was preoccupied. Yeah, must have flushed. Exactly. That is correct. Well, let's see what happens today. Let's keep our wits about us. I'm going to be trading definitely, like I said, smaller size. Unless there's a trade, there's a setup that pops up and the momentum looks right, and the look hits you just right. But we'll probably be let's see, discount knows. Unless, by the way, how's the stream quality on Discord here? Are we happy with the quality, or do we want me to bump up the bit rate? Because I'm happy to do that. Much better. Cool. Hey, great. So we'll go with that setting there in the future. Usually we run that at the highest quality. Qs are still below last week's high. Another 100 points from here. Hard to make a case for overextension just yet. I agree. Yeah. Definitely agree. I'll stop. I don't like to be this trade, this trade, that. No, I mean, by all means, I appreciate all the commentary that you guys provide. It's good content. So keep it up. I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy talking through these things. Volume is coming back down. This does look like the equilibrium of where we want to be trading right now, in this area. Right around this area right here. It does look like that's where the market is comfortable. If you're looking over at the book map here, you can see that's where this big old volume profile is sticking out right here. And this is why I use the volume profile on Bookmap. It's very descriptive, very helpful. So we do have this area of interest that we are kind of skirting around through right now. There's two big areas. I mean, big bullish order block here, big bullish order block there. We break below that block. So here's the thing. There's a question about this, and we're going to talk about this on the webinar that we're going to be doing on Thursday. If we do break below this block, there's a lot of stops that are going to be popping there, but they also know that there's stops below this area. So we could have an inducement all the way through to this inefficiency, to this bullish order block. And if we continue pushing down super hard, if we wanted to make the market look like an easy short today, if the market makers wanted to run that program, it's pretty likely that they'd push down right below this order block here and make it look very, very weak, if only to solidify their bids somewhere in this big old area right here. This is where I'd be thinking that they're going to be buying the pants off this. So I'm going to make this a yellow block. I'll probably delete it, but you get the idea of what I'm trying to say here. It's pretty likely that, if we wanted to serve some liquidity, it would be likely somewhere in that area. Although there's just not a lot of liquidity to be had. So it's pretty likely that we're going to encroach into that area. However, if we do show weakness through this area, through that bullish order block, if we are showing some weakness below that area, there is liquidity to entertain down here where we have this big old green box. So a lot of opportunities on the board here today. I mean, that's a big drop. That's a lot of area of liquidity down here. big opportunity today off this open here. The idea is just to be patient. Now, if we do punch above 73, we do have room to the top side here. Looking at our E signal, we do have levels above that. Let me go ahead and flip over into E signal here. We do have levels above that, 214 and a half, 248 and a quarter. I know you guys can't see that. There we go. So we do have some levels there up above in the sky. So let's see if we can entertain that at all to the top side there, and to the downside here, 27.75. So overall, a lot of interesting possibilities today on the table. A lot of interesting, very interesting possibilities here. I don't think that we're going to have a docile day. It'd be pretty interesting if we just had a day of, sideways slop. I do think that given the landscape of where the market is, and do remember, tomorrow's already Thursday, believe it or not. It's crazy. What are the prices on that lower block? This one, 112 up to 120. If I click it, there you go. 112 and 3/4 to 120 and a quarter. That's what we're looking at for the lower block. Yep, no problem. Today we do have, like I said, we got Loretta Mester who's speaking today. On Thursday, tomorrow, we do have the PMI from Chicago. We do have the core PCE deflator, which is, arguably the little bit more important PCE read. We do have Canada's September GDP coming out in the morning. We have the real personal spending read, the personal income and personal spending. That's all going to be out on stream here, whether or not we get enough likes to stream into the open. That's going to be out this morning, tomorrow morning at 8:30. So topping tail on the hourly is hard to trust. Let's see here. See what we got here on the hourly. Yikes. Look at that. Look at that trend. It's perfectly on the hourly trend too. How about that? So, gonna be interesting. This is gonna be a fun session. Unless we go sideways, and it's gonna be complete garbage. But hey, I think that we have a shot of this being a nice, fun session to trade here. Apple is coming back down. So, generally speaking, we're looking at the liquidity concepts in the market here. You have to understand that above 73 and a half, there's going to be a lot of people who are selling that. There's not a lot of liquidity that's going to be available in the pre-market session, or in Globex for that matter. During New York session, regular trading hours, 9:30 a.m., all the way to 4. But 9:30 basically until Euro close, which is 11:30. That 2-hour window is where you have a lot of liquidity contracted. So you have to understand that in order to break through this 73 and a half, it's very difficult to do in the pre-market, given that it's a topping area of the market. It's a key level that we're tracking back from November 22nd. All of these things require liquidity to bust on through, because, imagine that you have 100,000 lots to sell and you're just parked there at 73 and a half. I don't care how bad you want that price to break unless we have 100,000 contracts to break through 73 and a half. I'm not saying that's what it is, but I'm trying to use an exaggerated example so you guys can understand this. 100,000 lots short or covering at 73 and a half up there on the ask, hidden, of course. It doesn't matter how bad you want it to break through. If that person's not budging and they're not getting fulfilled on all of their orders, you're just not going to break through. So we need liquidity to get through. How do we get liquidity? Well, we gather it from players down here. And, in this bullish order block, or this one right here, gather that liquidity down low. And then we get stops pushing up here that will eventually maybe break us up through the 73 and a half level. And that's what we're going to be watching for. We'll drop it into the 5-minute here. Yeah, it looks like a nice little London Bridges pattern here. Classic London Bridges pattern. But you can see, look at how extreme this volume is right in this area. A lot of volume in this area. Still a lot of volume down here, but way more volume conducted here. If this is all sell side and this comes down, then it's going to push down in this order block, and then we kind of assess it from there. So let's see what the opportunities bring us. We have less than 10 minutes now until the market opens. Less than 10 minutes. So that is the old setup, what we're looking for. I like your advice to always look to see volume as the price enters or support or resistance level to confirm the strength of the move. Yep, 100%. And if you're using TradingView, I highly recommend get SVP HD on your charts as an indicator as soon as possible. Or if you're using Bookmap, make sure you have the volume profile. Is your order block an indicator? No, I drew it myself. I Bob Rossed it all by myself. It's just a block that, I designed. This is the parameters of it. That's the style of it. And I put a little text in it right there. And then I saved it as a template so that when I click that, I can come down here and then there we go. Got a bullish order block, an efficiency red block, etc. But there is an indicator out there. We'll talk about that on stream soon enough here. There is an indicator that creates order blocks and everything. But I mean, you don't want to rely on indicators. Big G-ski. You don't want to rely on indicators. You do want to learn how to do this all by hand. It's like with Bookmap, had I never learned to read tape by hand, by hand in air quotes here. Had I never learned how to read tape, I probably would not be very proficient at reading Bookmap. You really got to go through the fire and flames with trading and not rely on secondary things like indicators or anything to guide your way. If you can't draw an order block yourself or identify an order block yourself, you have an indicator that's doing that for you. You still could have success with it, of course, but I think it's important for you to understand the concepts that create an order block and how it works and what the implications are if we're breaking through that order block, if we're touching it, if we're mitigating it, etc. As a webinar for everyone, we're not going to be doing it here on YouTube. It's going to be on the Discord. So if you want to check it out, anybody who joins during that time for their 7-day trial will get access to that webinar, of course. And I pumped the link there in chat. So we have, 7.5 minutes now until the market opens. And of course, very docile here. Nothing really happening. I'm happy to be sitting here up about $400. Just taking it nice and easy, nice and slow today. No big deal. Relaxing, not trying to swing for the fences. Yesterday's session, we were trying to blast it out of the ballpark, and it was just not the market to be doing that in. It was the choppiest, most gross market you'd ever seen. At least until the moment that we came off stream. It's funny, I finished streaming here on YouTube, and then we streamed in Discord for a little bit, probably for like another 30 minutes or an hour. And then the moment I came off of Discord was the moment that we were blessed with like the most beautiful market. And by that time, I was so fatigued with even looking at the markets. I was like, whatever, I'm going to miss this. And it ended up being some of the best price action of the entire day. It was just hilarious. Yesterday was awesome, not gonna lie. Even if it all didn't pan out, I appreciate your aggressiveness. Yeah. I mean, I'm a very aggressive momentum trader when the timing is right. I can get very, very aggressive. And that comes from me being very aggressive when I used to trade. I was very aggressive when I traded small caps, extremely aggressive. I was a bully when I traded small caps, because if you can find a really thin small cap, you can bully the pants off people. It was fun. I mean, there's some enjoyment in that because that the other side of that trade is just they're very soft, they're very weak, and it's very easy to blow through very weak, timid players when you're very, very aggressive, especially in small caps. I mean, it's basically you and the market makers that are kind of manipulated. Thoughts on gap up opening of the regular trading hours for the Qs? It's going to be interesting. I think that we have potential of filling that gap to the downside. I'm going to be more focused on these order blocks here and the fact that we are kind of holding this liquidity low right now and we haven't even entertained dropping into that order block. So, if the market's going to rip and rally, there's a good chance it will bust right through 73 with the quickness here and then possibly reject. It depends on the velocity and everything of the move here. But if we get a break above 60, there could be a nice, flip up to 73. Took about an hour and a half before the market went straight up. Yeah, it was insane. We had one little pullback. I left the stream. We had one little pullback and then straight to the top side like a bottle rocket. It was insane. So we shall see here. We shall see. It's going to be a fun day regardless. Let's have fun overall more than anything. Even if we have a red day, at least we're going to have fun doing it, right? Let's just have a good time during our trading session here. You want to try to remain positive as much as you can when you're trading. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Have a good time doing this and be expressing gratitude that you can even do this. There's many people that don't get the opportunity to do this. So you want to express your gratitude daily that you do have the opportunity to do this. If you are tuning into the stream right now, there's about 200 of you folks in here. You got to express gratitude. You got to be thankful that you have this opportunity in your life to be doing this. And you'll see that your mindset will shift if you're concentrated on those types of thoughts versus when I was a miserable trader very early on, when I was in my worst patch of trading, tilt trading, revenge trading, just garbage trading. I would wake up in the morning thinking how much I hated trading, you know, and I wasn't even full time at the time. It was, I still had other businesses at the time, but I would wake up and say, oh God, I don't even want to look at the market. Then I look at the market and find something to trade and then just blah, get completely owned. And yeah, that was I was doing that cyclically for a very long time, and I had a very bad relationship with the market. But through time, you learn to find love in the market. You learn to find where your edge is, and eventually you get to that plateau where you're not making money, you're not losing money, and then things start to, you see that light at the end of the tunnel finally. All right, we got 3.5 minutes here, 3.5 minutes. Market is still holding this area here. We are still kind of holding these lows. We're holding kind of this area right there. 142.5. So let's see. Very efficient up through this level. If a trader doesn't think of quitting trading at least 3 times per week, he ain't a real trader. Yeah, I mean, if you haven't, I mean, I'll take it as far as that. If you haven't had a position that wrecked you so bad that you've gone to tears and it's brought you to your knees, I don't think you've experienced trading yet either. There's got to be a time where you have such a crazy, there's every trader that's been doing this for long enough, they have that one loss that's just like that catastrophic loss. I've quit trading 4 times so far. I'll never give up, never give up. And thanks to Top Step, it makes it financially viable to continue that, trying that journey at least. Never give up and bet more. What's your volume profile indicator in the background? Keegan Trade asks, this is the SVP HD on TradingView. It's their indicator, so it's free. You make this fun for me, bro. Having success with you. That's awesome, Evan. Happy to hear that. That's the whole thing. It's a lot easier to trade when you're having fun. If you're super stressed out and you're driving yourself crazy, it makes it not fun. It makes it a lot harder. All right, we're almost 2 minutes here. You quit trading 1 week later, you're back making money. Exactly. I'm gonna keep that big loss in 500,000 small ones. Yeah, I mean, you get to the point though, there's gonna be one trade that brings you to your knees. I feel like if you've been doing this for long enough, there's gonna be one. And it'll sneak up. It sounds a lot like golf. Yeah, it's very similar. I think it's a lot like golf because it's you versus you. Same thing with golf. You can blame it on the course, you can blame it on the ball, you can blame it on your clubs. At the end of the day, it's you. You can look for all the excuses. Same thing with tennis. I love playing tennis. If you've ever played tennis before, if you're not playing doubles, I'm just talking about singles here. It's you. You can blame the court. Oh, the clay was too slippery. Oh, my racket sucks. The balls were not inflated. I don't know. It's you. It's you. Same thing with trading. You can blame everything. Oh, the market. Oh, who's pressing the buttons? It's you. Stop blaming everybody else. It's you. That's why you journal. All right, 1 minute here, folks. 1 minute till the market opens. Remember, be calm, cool, collected. Make sure you have that bathroom break. I mean, it's a little bit late now, but make sure you got that bathroom break in. And let's see how the market unfurls here with some opportunities. 50 plus years playing tennis, best sport. Amen. It is my favorite. Rafa Nadal, one of my favorite players. And Joker. Joker's amazing too. But Rafa, I mean, I've been watching Rafa since he was like 12. Dude's amazing. Pete Sampras, there you go, yeah. Getting stuck in a halt and small cap will definitely make you cry at least twice. I'm like, oh, it's the worst. It's the worst feeling ever. Feel completely powerless. It's the worst. Yeah, Rafa's, yeah, there you go. How about his watch collection? All right, here we go. 10 seconds, folks. 10 seconds. Let's see if we get some nice development here before we jump into a trade. Would really like to see that. But I mean, we're right at the bottoming out area of this pattern. So if we sweep liquidity low, it's a good chance that we could fire right up to the top side here. Markets are open. Good luck, everybody. SPY is kind of holding this area here. We perk above these 60s, things could get pretty speedy here. 192 people watching, only 40 likes. If you don't like, why are you here? I think we have more than that, actually. I think we're at, let me see. We are at 157 likes. That's what I see on my end. All right, little sideways shuffle here to start. See if we're going to perk above these 160s here. Apple straight up. Microsoft and Meta kind of rolling over here. A little bit of a sideways shuffle. I want to wait here. Let's be patient. Let's see. Let's let the market set up for us here. Let's take a little breather. Even though, you know, if we break above 60 here, we will get that violent rush towards 73. And then if we get that breakout of 73, it will get very, very strong here. Apple is going straight up here. If Microsoft started to turn around here, I could find a trade. Nvidia is kind of bouncing there at the VWAP. We are through the 60s. So tapping up towards that 73 level now. SPY is kind of holding and going straight up here. Let's see if we get a little bit of a pullback. Foot Locker and Nike are both popping here, by the way. If you were wondering about if the footwear companies were popping right now. Okay, so we didn't quite hit the 73.5 level. We didn't quite hit that. Let me go ahead and clear my P&L here. So if we are going to take a trade. GameStop is surging. Well, looks like it's right on time. Let's see if we pull back to the 60s here and we solidify at the 60s. I'm gonna thinking about taking this long here. That ad smashed you. That's why you gotta jump in the Discord. Discord, no ads and zero latency on the stream there. All right, we are right at that 70 level. Looks like there are some players stuffing it. Tesla is shaping up. Meta and Microsoft both coming down a little bit here. I mean, this thing was looking like it really wants to surge here. Yep, there it is above 73.5 now. We are making new highs here. I'm going to take that long for that break above 73, that breakout trade. Would look to add here back below 70 or so. So seeing if we're going to hold these 80s now. This thing is squeezing like crazy. I'm adding into that there. Trying to be aggressive here as we're holding those 80s. See if we hold 73 or not here. Adding for this rip above the 80s now. Nice push up. Apple's still surging. Meta is rolling over a touch here. Going full size as we're holding those 80s. Little hesitation here. Little pullback from Apple as well. Watching this into the 85 area. I'm actually going to cover 5. Covering another 5 here. I just don't like how we're hesitating here at this area for now. Evan says, thanks, bro. Made 900 on 5 accounts. Done for the morning. Nice work. Very, very nice. Adding into that push here. Good chance that we're going to tag 16,200. Little resistance, but we are breaking through it. Watching this at the 90s now. A little bit of a pullback, but super strong on that pullback. Adding into that for this push up to the top side here. Very aggressive push towards the 90s. Little hesitation, but I think we'll blow out through that. Oh, that 95. There's a big seller there at 95. I do not like that seller at that 95 area. I'm actually going to cover 10. There we go. Nice rip up through 95 there. Watching this through 16,200 now. Beautiful, beautiful push. Covering 3 more there. I'm going to move my stop just below break even for this run up. Beautiful squeeze to start us off here. How you guys all doing out here? Discord, YouTube land, how we all doing? Oh, yeah, let me show Ninja. Sorry about that. There we go. So we are kerfuffling at the 200. I'm going to let go of one lot there, leaving my one lot running, having my stop. Here we go. Now we can see everything. Nice, and stopped out there. So that puts us up on the day now. Ding, ding, ding. We're up 1,800 bucks on that squeeze. Low lot size too. Very low lot size. Very, very nice and easy. Very clean trade there. Taking it nice and easy. Look at trading view. Look at this. Just going straight up here. So let's see if we retest these 200s now and get a move here to the top side at all. So watching for this for a retest of 200. Big psych level. We are seeing a pullback here from Apple. Just a touch back. Also on the SPY as well. How we all doing out there, folks? You guys doing well? Up 685 for the day, up 356, up 800. 1M Wolfpack says nice trading. Anybody else out there catch that squeeze, that beautiful squeeze there off the open to the top side? Nice 40-point squeeze there. 15 handles on ES. Alex is up 1,100 bucks. Very nice. I'm going to take that long here for that approach. And right through 200 we go. Seeing if we are going to sweep here. Adding into that. For this sweep above 200 now. Watching for this push above 205. Beautiful, beautiful push. And going flat right there. Beautiful. So we added even more to our total here. That's going to put us up. Why is that not? That button's not working. There we go. 2,300 bucks there. How about that? A lot of fun. Having a great time trading with you guys. This is great. So that was nice. That resolution over the 200 tapped into that 208 area. Beautiful. Yeah, I got to get my chart fixed here. There we go. Market's going straight up. This is just a beautiful, beautiful resolution here to the top side. So now looking to see if these 200s are going to hold for us or not. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous resolution here to the top side. How to hold trades longer. I'm afraid to lose when I'm in the green and take profit too quickly. Help. It's a very common problem to have. It's okay. Don't fault yourself on having green trades here. It's perfectly fine. Caesar's up 1,500 bucks. Roshan is up 200. Kodak is up 450 bucks. Very nice. Bartholomew passed another eval on that push up. Very nice. You love to see it. Roshan up 600. How do you avoid getting faked out? I mean, it's just time and experience. It's being discretionary with time and experience in the market. It's very difficult. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So again, looking for this approach towards 200. The squeeze is still on. Looking at SPY here, kind of waffling right at that 458 level. How to get real-time data on TradingView? Mine's always delayed. It's the CME package for futures, and it's about $6 a month. So go into the data packages and search CME. Well, don't listen to Siri there. Wow, Neon's up 645 bucks here in the Discord. Very nice. You love to see that. Nice work there, Neon. Got to trust the winners, Daniel. Let your winners win and cut losers fast. Yeah, amen. That is true. So we are tucking below 200 now. A little bit of a fade here. Just a little fade. So as bad as I wanted to kind of wait for the market to come to us on that, as bad as I wanted to be patient, I mean, we had to take those trades. We had to do it. We just had to do it. So market is coming back down here. We do want to see now if it's going to come down to that 73 benchmark, which is just, it's a slightly above the VWAP here. So there's a good chance that we could tuck below that 73, find some liquidity below that, right around the VWAP, and make our way higher here. I mean, if you're looking at this trend, I mean, this trend was snapped up to the upside, and then we had that squeeze. Like I said, we talked about this before it even happened. That push above 73 was going to be very, very violent. $2K, $1,500, and $1K across 3 combines. Way to go, Kurt. You love to see that. Well done. Nicely done. Good job. New bullish order block at the 150-ish. Let's see. This guy right here? Yeah. Let's go ahead and draw that. See, I can always count on you guys to be on the ball here for this stuff. This is great. Bullish order block right there. Bingo. You nailed it. Who's that? Smooth. Thank you so much there, Smooth. All right, we are trending back up here a little bit. Let's see if we want to get on another trade for that approach towards 200. Do want to see this break out a little bit here to the top side, encroaching above that 200 area again. So just watching here. Microsoft is really the only one that's trending down right now. I mean, Meta is perking back up. NVIDIA pulling back a little bit now. SPY is looking somewhat weak. We do need to see SPY over 458 for this squeeze to sort of continue here. We have created a lot of nice volume up here. Let's go ahead and check out the session volume profile. You can see here, look at that. We got some chunky volume up here now. A lot of volume conducted in this area. Almost as much as what we had down here where this bullish order block is sitting, but you know, we'd like to see it come back down to earth and encroach upon that and then potentially a leg higher here. We want to protect our profits. We don't want to give back any of this 2,300 bucks that we made here, right? That's the name of the game, protecting our profits. So I am flat here, looking for our next setup. Right now it is kind of rejecting these areas. Could be a nice little pause in this squeeze. We're just looking across the board here. Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Meta, NVIDIA, Tesla, and Apple. Right now, NVIDIA, Tesla showing some nice strength. Amazon as well perking up. Amazon had a pretty terrible day yesterday. I mean, at least off the open. The pre-market and the open there were definitely to the south side. So I do want to see if we can kind of maintain some strength here. We're at sort of the lower end of this volume shelf. You can see right here that we're at the lower end of that volume shelf there. So if we do not find bidders that are stepping up here, it is likely that we will meander back down into this bullish order block. But for the time being, we are kind of holding this area. Get horsey, bro. I'm not in tune with the whole horsey thing. I saw that like yesterday, a couple days ago. What is the get horsey thing? I don't know that one. So we're at 190. What are horse bros? Dude, what are the horse bros? I'm so out of the loop here on what the horse bros are. All right, we're at 195 right now. We are pushing back up. We are holding this area, seeing if we get the encroachment back up to 200. Love the horse emojis, by the way. It's amazing. Giddy up. Horsing contracts in the trade based on Momo. Yeah, that's me. That's my style right there. I like that. Yeah, that's definitely my style. All right, let's see if we can encroach above this area. Right now, we are just kind of chopping around here. Market is still looking very, very strong. Decent amount of volume is holding up here. I'm the chat of the horse guy. Who else is a horse trader out there besides yours truly here? I got to know who the other horse traders are. All right, we're picking back up here, 197. Guilty? I don't know who that is. I'm not familiar. All right, so 196 and a quarter here. We are rolling over a little bit in meta. Microsoft is firming up here. We should start trading cattle futures. Yeah, exactly. That seems like it'd be fitting. We can be getting horsey on some cattle futures. All right, we are holding this area still. Kind of want to take this long with a stop down below 188 and 3/4. All right, taking that long there, 2 lots, putting my stop right at 87 and a quarter here, switching over to NinjaTrader. I will add into this if we get this pull back to around 90. Right now we are seeing some trouble at 200, but it's very easy for us to blow through that level. Very, very easy. We are a small, awesome horse crew. Well, I'm happy you guys spend your time here in the morning. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. So there's 200. Little pullback there. I'm going to add into that for that burst up through 200. So 4 lots here. Want to see us rally all the way up to 210 here. So watching to see if 200 is going to hold for us. SPY is perking up here. We do need to see SPY through 458. That's what we're looking for. So a little bit of resistance there at 200. Not giving it in just yet. SPY is still perking up here, 457.86. Adding 2 more for this blow through 200. There's that perk up, looking for 205 now. There's our 205, very nice. Taking off 2 into that one, 2 more. So taking off 4 there, moving our average, moving our stop up there. Stopped out right there. So adding some more coin to our total here. That's going to put us up. What does that put us up now? $2,600. Very nice. So that was what? Another $300 there added. Fun stuff. Momentum trading. Yeehaw. Giddy up, horsey bros. Was that doing it right there? Was that that was a horse trade there? So there we go. Adding some more cash there to our total. Sitting up $2,600. Nice scalp there to the top side. Up 900 on prop and cop 150 in SPY calls. Nice work there, Austin. You're a natural. Are you guys crushing it out there too? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Make sure you guys are smashing that lucky like button. If you are enjoying the stream, we're having a lot of fun here this morning. Definitely compared to yesterday's stream, this one is far better. Having way more fun today than we had yesterday. Feeling bullish week ahead of GDP positive data. SCO bought as crude fall inventory and OPEC meeting. NVIDIA calls, Tesla calls, triple Qs and banks. HTB, LBN or IBN, maybe IBM calls. Till Friday, Fed rate cut news bullish. Thank you, Matt. Romaine is up 1,500 on their combine. Quick 300 on ES for the break of the opening range. Nice work there, Sean. Holding one from 186 and a quarter. Very nice. Yeah, we're having a little bit of trouble there above 200, and it's coinciding with the trouble that we're facing in SPY right now for that break above at 458. We are still holding the 200s here. But we are just tucked above this volume shelf. So back down through 200. Meta is very, very weak. Microsoft could be much stronger too. If we had Meta and Microsoft starting to shape up here, I do think that we could get pretty speedy here to the top side. Volume has gone down just a touch, but not enough for me to get concerned about here. Squawks are relatively quiet right now. I'm not hearing any kind of meaningful news coming out. So that could be kind of the tippy top of the range here for now. Meta is rolling over. Google's rolling over. SPY refuses to break over 458. So be interesting to see. I don't have the chain open on my end right now, but be interesting to see the 458s, the 459s, and the 460s. Played the open for a few percentage on options at work. Didn't sell fast enough. Hopefully you got some green there, Mike. Hopefully you got some green. So we tickled down to the lower range of that volume shelf there. Still skittering lower on Meta and Microsoft. 457s are about 1.2. How are we looking on the 459s right now? 459 calls, daily expiration is 0 DTs. Appreciate you checking that for me, Austin. Really do. $0.23. Gotcha. Wow, that's 23 cents for the 459s. That seems pretty fair right now. I mean, we're going to get into a little bit of a gully here. I mean, we swept liquidity below 95. Another 100 on that push. Nice work there, Kodak. Way to go. That's awesome. So the lower end of this range here kind of stops at 185. So if 185 breaks down, there is a chance that we'll entertain some liquidity down towards that 73.5 benchmark. Good stream. Glad YouTube fed you to me. How long have you been tuning in here, Mike? I feel like we've seen you in here before. But yeah, YouTube algorithm is awesome. Brings in a lot of fun, good people. We got our horse crew in here. Love our horse crew. So 195, about a week. Awesome. Happy to have you in here. So yeah, that 190s, those are holding right now. We are looking to see if Meta and Microsoft are going to bounce. Nvidia's off to the races here, but you know, compared to how high it's been trading lately, this is not that big of a push up. SPY is flirting with that 458 level. Hopefully you guys are managing your positions well if you're trading anything from here on out. Long 2 lots ES at 91.5. Let's see. I like it. I like it. Very nice. Yeah, we are getting violent here. We're pushing up a little bit. We held that low 90 area, but there's a good chance we could just consolidate here for a while. Volume is steadily declining just a tad here. We did blow out a lot of folks here above 200. It's going to take, I think we're going to have to get some more liquidity in order to burst through 200. I think that we can trade 210s, but I feel like we just need to contract a little bit more liquidity. I'm keeping an eye on volume here. Shorts are in pain. Really think it can go up to 227 and a half, 227 and a quarter, but I'm locked in profit and close now. Thanks, Rips. Have a blessed day. Thank you so much there, Kodak. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern time. So market has been open here for almost 30 minutes, 23 minutes. Feels like a lifetime with that open. The whole number drama gets real with this thing. It's crazy, right? These psych levels, 200, just fighting back, and we're not breaking through it. This is what happens. It's definitely, these psych levels are huge. A lot of people don't realize on futures, psych levels are everything. I mean, there's a lot. Our feed is looking for horse traders alike. I love that. We got to start trading cattle in here for you folks. So we are pushing up that 200 area right now. Still holding those that 190. Looking for this push above 200. I want to see if we actually come back down to the low 90s here and see if we have some firming up strength. We don't have the liquidity to break through these, get up above that 205, that 210 area just yet. We just don't have the liquidity to do it. Every single time we get up there, it's just the price action's kind of dying out. Oh, there goes SPY through 458. So that might change the tune a little bit here. Going long cattle, giddy up. Oh, man, you guys are hilarious. So we're at 200 right here, still kind of waffling around. We are about 5 minutes from the top of the hour. That's where we should see some order flow starting to come into the markets. Tesla is pushing up after running all day yesterday. Tesla's pushing up, testing above that 252 area. SPY is confidently above 458 here. So we could see a squeeze above here in the NAS. We're flirting now with that 205 level. There are some aggressive sellers that are stepping in, however. Watching here on this pullback, can we flush it below 200 for a potential entry on this? Want to wait until this 10 a.m. hour comes in before I take a trade. There's a good chance that we could swipe above towards 210 here, but I'll be flat and end up missing it myself. I want to see what happens for the top of the hour flows. I just don't like how if you're looking at how choppy this is, how thin these candles are here to the top side, we just don't have that liquidity to have the strong push that I'm looking for here. I want to see extended candles, bigger, longer candles. The opposite of this. I mean, we've repainted this inefficiency here by going up here to the top side. We've repainted that inefficiency, and we're doing it not in the way that I'd like to see a lot more strength. Even though these are the 30-second bars, it's a good way to illustrate the point that I'm trying to make here. 200s are still holding. Little pullback in the SPY. Microsoft is holding down here. NVIDIA pushing up as well. Yeah, we do have Richmond Fed President Barkin speaking. I did not have that on my schedule here. Let me just double check. See what we got here. I don't have that on my schedule for some reason. Is he on CNBC? Usually those are the ones I miss. The only one I have is Loretta Mester speaking today at 1:45. So we did pull back here to 95. Let's see if this gives us any kind of inclination. We're about 2 minutes here from the top of the hour. We still don't have the strength to break out to the top side there. 208.5 right now, the topping level on the NQ. TV appearance at 10. I'm assuming either Bloomberg TV or CNBC. All right, so we're seeing the market rolling over at Microsoft and Meta a little bit there. SPY still holding strong above 458, but kind of testing the lows. We're back at our 93 area now. So slight pullback. 170 on my 50K top step. Thank you, brother. As always, thank you for your input and knowledge. Kind of my mentor. Not a lot of people trade futures in Mexico. Well, thanks for tuning in here, Omar. Congratulations on your day, up $170. Well done. Might be time to lock it up, just finish up for the day and come back and trade tomorrow. $170 will definitely do really, really well there. $170 a day is awesome. It's a great profit target right there. If you can't make money in the market on a small, if you can't make $20 a day, what makes you think you can make $2,000 a day? You can't make $100 a day. You can't make $10,000 a day. So if you're plugging in and you're making $170 in one single day, that is incredible progress, and you got to keep leaning into that. Find a time to pick up and go away from the market and enjoy the rest of your day. Not sitting here watching charts all day. And yeah, that's generally the good prescription for a good trading habit. All right, we're holding 95 here. $95 is holding. Yeah, see, Larry says it. He says, way to go, Omar. Keep at it. Yeah, just keep plugging away. That's the thing. Those days stack up. You do 170. Tomorrow it's 340. Keep on adding to it. You got 500 day 3. Keeps on stacking up. And before you know it, you're past and you get funded by Top Step, which is amazing. All right, here's the top of the hour. Liquidity's coming in. A little bit of volume. Fed's Bostic with commentary right now. He said tighter monetary policy is biting into economic activity. The Fed's making progress, so that is bullish. The path to 2% inflation will be bumpy, but the central bank will get there. I'm going to take a long here. We're holding above 200. We do have to break out above 205 here. So I'm going to keep a pretty tight leash on this trade, actually. Yeah, we're flushing right back down. Might get stopped out. Keeping a tight leash here. Actually, I want to move my stop a little bit more loose. Bottom of those bars right there. See if we get back above 200. Looking for 158. I'm assuming that you are shorting this. Okay, adding in a second lot here for this push up. Looking for this breakout trade up into 205. Long 2 lots at 45. That's Jordan. Very nice. Watching for this breakout. This breakout would be pretty strong here. I'm keeping an eye on the components here. I don't know if we're going to get this breakout or not because it is kind of a little bit weak. Let's see if we get a rejection here towards 205. Yeah, they are kind of layering this here. I'm actually going to pull off 1 lot into the ask there. Only going to run 1 lot into this here. I just don't trust it enough. You're just running into some resistance here. If we get it, we get it. If not, is what it is. So running our stop super tight here. And stopped out there. So that'll put us at, on the day here, just a little bit of give back. I think we gave back 130 bucks there. 2,400 bucks. So gave back about 130 bucks on that trade. We were trying for that breakout trade. That'd probably make, about 400 or 500 bucks if we got that resolution there to the top side. So I think it was well worth it. There's a good chance too on the outlier of that print. We could have had like a $1,200 trade. So I think that's worth it. Risking 130 bucks to make at least 700 there. Yeah, I think that's worth it. I think Barkin is speaking now. I think somebody said that Barkin was making a TV appearance. So let's see. That is like the 5th time that we've tapped above those 200s. If we are breaking down below these 90s, I do want to try a short here since we have been tapping and tapping and tapping. Meta is off a cliff. Microsoft is rolling over a touch here. I'm going to take that short actually now. I'm going to put my risk up to 95 there on my stop. We do have a bunch of bidders showing up here, but we do have room down to 77. Don't forget that. I'm going to add into that there for that flush. Beautiful, beautiful flush. Covering half of that there. Covering 1 more lot. Beautiful, beautiful flush there. Moving my stop just below break even. We nailed that one. That was gorgeous. Anybody else catch this to the short side here with me? Our target here, of course, is that 73.5 level. Going to move my stop halfway through that bar there. Here's our 73 level. Did anybody else catch this out here? Beautiful trade to the short side. And we got stopped out there on that bounce. Lovely, lovely trade there. That's going to put us back up now. We are sitting here up 2,900 bucks there. So that was a nice one. About $600 trade there. That's why we use stops there, folks. Don't want to get too greedy. And we are trading small size here. This is not big size at all to make these sweet gains up 2,900 bucks here. Caught that for 1,300. My combine couldn't get a fill in my XFA. Hey, money's money. Combines are working too. You love to see it. Thanks, Jim. Says it's a nice trade. Oh, wow. Look at this. We got 100 bucks here from Omar. Really appreciate that. Wow. I've never had this before. I don't even know what this is all about. Thank you so much, Omar. That's so kind of you. Really appreciate that. Guys, give it up for Omar in here. Donating 100 bucks. That's crazy. I've never seen that before. Very cool. Really appreciate you there, Omar. You are the GOAT of the day for sure. Really appreciate that. Yeah, 100 Mexican pesos. There you go. How about that? Appreciate you. Very, very kind. So we are through that 73.5. Wow, Alex is up 2,200 bucks here. Very, very nice. So let's see if we actually contract this liquidity back down to this bullish order block. Look at this. We are really rolling over now here. A little bit of a bounce. Let's see if we can catch a little bit more alpha on this bad dogger here. He should get the Top Step giveaway. Yeah, make sure you're here, Omar, for when we get to 2,000 subs. We're going to be giving away a Top Step account. Top Step Combine account. Wow, look at this. We are really coming down now. Very, very aggressive to the sell side here. Extremely aggressive. We are at that 50 level now. We have room down to 42. Watching here at these 50s. I'm going to take this short here for that break of 50. Beautiful push down here. And we are going to get a little bit more alpha here. Let's see if we get this break below. Watching here for this weakness up towards 50. Watching here on this weak push up through 50 now. Beautiful push down. I'm going to cover that right there. Beautiful. Beautiful sweep down right below the 40s there. What does that put us at now? $3,500. Hey, how about that? That was a lot of fun there. So we're right at that bullish order block. Look at that. Right at that bullish order block. Beautiful, beautiful. We are sweeping a little bit lower here. So now we broke that block. Now we're looking for this even lower block here. Wow, look at this strength to the downside here. Finally moving focus on tops. I've got my first one over. Nice work there, Cargo. Way to go. Beautifully done. Up 5K on the 150K combine. Made too much money. That's a great problem to have there, Dr. Swag. You love to see it. Wow, market just beautifully rolling over here. Was trading the ES moving to NASDAQ is just insane. Trader Page says Rips is the goat and Chad horse. You guys in the horse thing. Oh man, God bless you. Caesar's up $3,200. This is why we wanted to pace ourselves today and have that patience. We're comfortably up $3,500 now. This is a beautiful day. Big Mac, how you doing out there? You killed it yesterday. How you doing out there today? I'm going to go ahead and end this poll here, by the way, since it's kind of over. Let's see. Alex is up 2,200. It's Mexican money, brother. Sorry, don't apologize. Nobody's ever done that before. That's amazing. You guys are amazing. Come on. Omar, that's awesome. Do not apologize. All right, so we are still rolling over here. Seeing if we're going to get this push down now to that 115 benchmark. Wow, Big Mac just killing it today. You love to see it. Big Mac, you've been crushing these XFAs. I love it. All right, so we are blowing down here. We are really auctioning down lower into this bullish order block here. I do expect the market to firm up at 115. If we don't, then it's going to be curtains here for the market. It's going to be pretty speedy there to the downside. Apple's really busting loose here as well. Barkin is speaking right now. Yeah, this is wild. This is so wild right now. Wow, 456, 457 just broke there on the SPY. Wow, wow, wow. This is incredible price action here. So now we're pushing down into this block here. If we do break below this 115 level, there is big room to the downside here. Big room to the downside. So we're right at 115 here. See if we get this bounce. There should be liquidity resting here right at 115. If we do break through this, this is going to get violent here. So there you go. There's some bids firming up a little bit of that 115 level. Man, I closed my SPY puts way too early. Would have been up 100%. Hey, that's okay. It happens. It's going to happen, right? Right now, we have Barkin that's speaking. That's what's triggering this right now. He just said rate cuts would be premature. I'm going to take that short again, looking for this break below 115. This is a big area here if we break below this. We're right at the bottom of that order block here. A lot of liquidity below 115. All right, second lot on short, looking for this break of 115 to the downside. A little bit of a bounce here. Watching SPY as well. So we may get a bounce here. I want to see this weakness persist below 115. Adding in a third lot here for this dunk below. Running two more short here. Another two. Beautiful. Beautiful flush there. Right below 115. Gorgeous. And stopped out there. Gorgeous. So that puts us up $4,100 on the day. How about that? Yeah, this is all thanks to Barkin, by the way. Just gorgeous. So there we are. We're pushing back up. We got that little tuck below 115 that I was looking for that scalp. Is your book map broken? Mine's good. Mine's very good right now. I mean, mine's looking perfect. Yeah, that was gorgeous there. We are slowing down here. We're right at that bullish order block. So I was looking for that tuck below the order block, and I kind of held on to it to see if that we could get that final resolution there to the downside. Sarah, ladies and gentlemen, we have a great trade today. I made 800 on Combine. I'm done for the day. Have fun trading today. Thank you, Sarah. All right, we are looking to see if we have this weakness persisting below 115 or not. This is where that the bottom of that bullish order block is, and so there's a very good chance that we could firm up there. Again, if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you are hitting that thumbs up button. Make sure you are subscribed to the stream. When we get to 2,000 subs, we are going to do a giveaway for a Top Step Combine in here. Let's see, anybody else here? 90 points down, insane. What triggered this is Barkin. Well, we are skittering lower here below that 115 now. There's that. That was the big flush that I was looking for. That was the big old knock that we're looking for there. So we have room now below 16,100 here. Watching here. We certainly have room to the downside. Watching to see this perk back up. If we get back up to 110 or so. My German Shepherd goes nuts. I'm sorry. Did that get your German Shepherd? I'm sorry about that. Oh man, that's funny. I'm sorry. That's just funny. So right now we are tapping into the lower area here of this order block. It is turning into a breaker block so far. It is not respecting that. So the next level that we have down here is going to be right here at this area, that 102. So basically 100. It's kind of where we tapped in on that wick there. And then we have room down to 16,077. We are firming up a little bit here though. Got my 100% never home when I can trade futures. Hey, 100% is great there, Mike Z. Congratulations. How you guys all doing out there? Gap fill in the area of 72.50. Gotcha. Yeah, it's right here, right? That whole area right there. So we're at 179 likes right now. If we get to 200 likes in the next, let's call it 5 minutes here, I'll continue streaming on YouTube. Otherwise, I'm going to go off into the Discord and stream for everybody in Discord. So just slam that like button. If we get to 200 likes, we'll stick around. If not, we'll be back tomorrow. It's no big deal, but I'll be streaming throughout the rest of the session here in Discord. Thanks for doing this. Definitely creates confidence by seeing. Yeah, it's really, I'm a visual learner myself, and I can imagine that it's helpful to see what the process looks like. And, when you're reading about it in a book, it's a totally different story. Wow, Kurt is up $8,400. Let's go, Kurt. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Way to go. Nice job there, Kurt. I love it. Could have passed my combine with 2 trades. Yeah, it's easy in hindsight. Don't beat yourself up. It's so easy to see that in hindsight. Yeah, the management part is key. Yeah, you got to have risk management to be successful at this. And sometimes we got to get scalpy. Sometimes we're running into key levels looking for breakouts or breakdowns. I would have liked to have held that trade for longer, the original trade that we put on, but we didn't get that immediately breaking to the downside, which we wanted. In fact, it bounced pretty hard there. It was kind of it is what it is. Awesome job, all. Win or lose, it's learning. Exactly. That's a great way to look at it. So now seeing if we're going to crack these lows here, this 102 low. What was the low on that candle there? 102 3/4. So looking to see if we're going to crack that now. Boy, market just went straight down. It did not blow above those 200s, and that thing just went straight on down there. You have a plan about how many trades you take it max every day? No, it depends on the market, and the feel of it, right? Does Replicanto work with Ninja? It is the only one that works with Ninja, in my opinion. I mean, it's the best one. Replicanto is the one that you want to do. And Jared, we have a deal on Replicanto and member deals. Right here, let me send that to you. Member deals. We have there's a coupon on it. And it's a lifetime fee. You only pay one time. You have it for the rest of your days there. Up 2,900 and done. Nice work there, Ripper Trader. Huge bid sitting at 100, but we'll blow right through those. Yep, right there. Duncan, right below those hundreds. Yeah, we are flushing heavy now. Looking for a bounce here up towards 100. Market extremely heavy. We do have room down to 77. Yep, that little perk below 100 there, definitely catching some traders off sides. Big old bounces. Of course, you're going to see these bounces, 10-handle bounces like this, as we are kind of conducting liquidity through these big psych levels here. Oh, thanks. My monitor was supposed to be here last Friday, but an employee of Amazon stole it. No. So now I ordered another one that comes this Friday. Excited to get the new Command Hub set up. Nice. There was a sale also on the OLED version. I don't know if you saw that for like a couple $100 more. So maybe it's an opportunity to see if you want to pick up that OLED one, which has a little bit better of a resolution. Not resolution, but just a little bit better of, pixel density and quality. What time frame is your trading view, Rips? Right now we are, this is a 5-minute here. We're looking at a 5-minute. Which one? I'll link it to you. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if it's still on sale. Yeah, look at this bounce. Wow, 20 handle bounce there to the top side. Happy we didn't blindly short into that puppy dog. Let's see, CRG9. And then it's the OLED one. Are they sold out? Oh my gosh, it says currently unavailable. Hold on. They may have sold out, unfortunately, which is a bummer. But it's this one right here. Let me see if this is the right one. There's like a G95. See if they have this one here. Nope, sold out of that one. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like they may have sold out of it during the Cyber Monday sale, unfortunately. That's what I'm seeing on my end there. All right, we got to 191 likes. If we get 9 more in the next 3 minutes, we will continue streaming here. Otherwise, I'm going to boogie out into Discord. But yeah, time frame, what is that? Trader page is 5 minutes there on TradingView. 5 minutes. So this is now breaker block. Breaker block. And then we're going to change the color of this to orange. There we go. I can actually save this as a template now too. There we go. So now it's a breaker block. We're going to see this tap back into that and reject, and it should be a heavy level of supply. Are you sharing the same screen in Discord? Yeah, it's the exact same setup that we have in Discord. The only difference is that there's no latency that you get on YouTube. 0 latency whatsoever. I actually had to get a streaming PC to get it all working in Discord because it just wouldn't work before. But now we have it. We have it jamming in the Discord. And by the way, this is the link right here. You can try it out for 7 days. See if it's your cup of tea. Wow, look at that flush. Boy, oh boy. Look at that thing. Oh my goodness. Look at that flush. Wow. So now it looks like that 77 target is well within reach here. Apple is through the EMAs. This is a beautiful day of trade here, by the way. This is just gorgeous. This is exactly what we want to see. Nvidia is coming down as well. So I'm going to take that short. Did that not go through? My order's just hanging. I don't know what's going on here. Uh-oh. My Ninja Trader's frozen. Okay, good. It didn't fill me or anything. That's good. My Ninja Trader was frozen there for a second. That was weird. That's really never happened. I don't know why that did that. Meta off a cliff, by the way. 200 away from passing the 150K combine. Some advice, don't focus on that number. Don't try to hit a $200 trade. Instead, just wait for one good trade and take that trade. Wow, you guys did it. 200 likes. Amazing. You guys did it. Incredible. So we will stick around and trade for a little bit longer here in YouTube. Yeah, if you focus on the, I've had folks that have talked to me about their trading and they're literally like $150 away from passing. then I check in with them like 3 days later. And I'm like, oh, you got your combine into your XFA. And they go, nope, blew it. It's like, holy smokes, you're $150 away. How did that happen? Because you focus on the number and you're sitting there like, I just need to make 150. You try to get a quick little scalp there. And then all of a sudden now you're down 300 more. So now it's like, oh, I got to make 500. You try to make 500. Now you're down 1,000. It's like, what am I doing? Just wait for a really good setup and try to make $1,000. That should be your goal. Just try to take one really good trade. There shouldn't be a dollar amount. Just try to get 20 ticks, 40 ticks. Just try to focus on getting a really good trade. Don't focus on the dollar amount. Don't focus about how much you're away. If you lose the trade, you lose the trade. It's no big deal. On NASDAQ, it's flash. Yeah, NASDAQ is insane, right? NASDAQ is very, very quick. I can't count the times I've tried to make an extra $10 to reach around a number for the day and finish red on the day. Yeah, it's crazy how that works. That's the market gods punishing us for trying to get a round number, right? That's what happens. So fun day overall of trading here, up $4,100, being very calm, very cool, very collected on all of our trades. I mean, we had a couple losers, but we shook them off. All the winners that we had were very controlled. We had meaningful stops where it all made sense in the market structure. Our targets were accurate. Everything that we were doing today seemed that we were in the pocket. And generally speaking, when you're in the zone like that, when you're in your trading, we could have stopped it being up $1,800. We could have stopped it being up $2,600. We're up $4,100 because we stayed in the pocket and we did not quit, right? Right now, market is kind of waffling around here. I would like to see this tap into that breaker block to the top side there. 112 3/4 is kind of the benchmark for the lower end of that breaker block. So I would like to see that and then potentially looking for a rollover in the price action here. Market is just fading off. Apple, a little bit of a bounce. SPY, a little bit of a bounce as well. Yeah, who hasn't done that before? It's crazy. But again, if you're doing it on Top Step, you're not doing it with your own money. It's a heck of a lot better that way, right? I'm learning to get part of the move and leave. I die death by stops if I don't. And that's the way. I mean, a lot of people, you can call it hyper scalping or whatever you want to call it. There's no shame in it. If you're having profitability in your trades, continue doing what you're doing. If you're scalping where your fees are like $800 and then your profits are $900, yeah, obviously you're doing something wrong. But like today, what are my fees? I have $300 in one account. And I made $2,800 in that account, and then $160 in the other account where I made $1,700. So, I mean, that's in line. That's a pretty good fees given that we were trading 15 lot positions a couple of these times. You need to always be measuring your journey. This is why I stress journaling all the time. You want to be measuring your progress in your trading journey and keeping tabs on yourself, because I say this all the time too. There's not a single person who's coming for you, whether you like it or not. There's nobody coming for you. This is a 1v1 game. And the better you master yourself, the better you're going to be at trading. When I totally gave up on mastering myself, that's when I was dog food at trading. Purina puppy chow. It was horrible. And I didn't journal. I didn't do all the things that you're supposed to do. I didn't hold myself accountable. I just woke up and just tried to, hey, let me just wing it. That's not how you're going to have success in this. And the longer you put it off, if you're not journaling every day, eventually you're going to get to the point where you start journaling. So you might as well start today. And journaling can be as easily as opening out Google Docs, taking a screenshot of your trades, putting it in there and just writing how you feel. Just start with that. It's that simple. Literally. It's that simple. Doesn't have to be this whole drawn out process where you're like, oh man, I have to journal. Literally just take a screenshot, put it in there, write a couple notes and you're done. At least you're doing something. It's better than nothing, right? It's like making $4 in the market is better than losing 2,000. Journaling 2 sentences is better than not journaling at all. At least you're starting the process and doing something about it. But do it. Stop being lazy. You know who I'm talking to. I know you're listening right now. Stop it. Stop being lazy and just journal. Just do it. Stop making it hard on yourself. Hitting the wall in tennis is part of the fundamentals practice. Yeah, there you go. Can't you think of it as a profit margin? If you've ever been in retail working on a keystone markup, futures are great. 1 tick to cover your fees. Yeah, there you go. Good way to look at it. Stop calling me out. Yeah, there's the crude inventory out at the bottom of the hour. Looks like there's an excess in the inventories. What do you think about close 15 minute just now on the NAS? Let's see, 15 minutes. Look at that prior 15-minute candle. Wow. Yeah, that's, that is usually a bullish hammer, right? Usually, because we rejected sellers in that huge old wick there, and we didn't really, candle didn't close below. But, we have to really break back above this breaker block. This inefficiency is now done. Definitely entertain that liquidity. This is long gone now. That block has been broken. So if we solidify up, and then we have to find strength above 20 and a quarter. And that's the thing, is that, you can guess and you can take trades in this area if you have a really good read on the tape, and you've been doing this for years and years and years. Different, but what's the easy setup here? Easy setup is to wait and see if we get through the breaker block and we solidify and we have strength above 20 and a quarter. All you have to do is really wait, right? Look, it's simple. Watch this. Go down to the 1 minute. Okay, there's our breaker block, right? All you need to do is wait for us to get back above that breaker block, and you're still waiting. We have a trend that's going down here. We're still waiting. Come back to that breaker block. If it tests that breaker block and it shows strength, now you can take it long. You didn't take it long here. You didn't take it long here. You didn't take it long here. You waited for it to test and then break above, and then you could even say, I wait for it to break above those highs, or you could even wait for it to break above there. Hey, that's simple, right? It's just patience. Just have the wherewithal to wait. That's it. Just wait. Be patient. That's all you got to do. Just wait. Be patient. It'll go your way. Look at these drawings. I wish there was an easier way for me to just get rid of the pencil drawings that I just did. If anybody knows on TradingView how to get rid of those pencil drawings with the quickness, is there can you right click on this? No. Yeah, I don't know of a quick way to erase that. But yeah, we are pushing back up here. You can see we're back through the breaker block. We're back through that 115 level. So again, you're waiting for this to push back up. Test that. See if it's strong. If that's now strong, then there you go. You wish you would have mentioned this 10 minutes ago. Well, we didn't have the same setup. It's completely different. Are the blocks your proprietary analysis, or the indicators in TradingView? I draw them myself, but you're talking about, this is Smart Money Concepts. This is Wyckoff. There's a lot of different names for it. It's been around for very, very long. It's not my process at all. All right, so we are pushing up here. Pushing. We are having some reversals there out of Apple, out of NVIDIA, Amazon. Microsoft seems to be wanting to reclaim that 380 level. So this is the topping area of that volume shelf as well. Let's go back to the 5 so we can see the volume profile here. You can't really see because of this breaker block, but see, we're tapping the top end of that breaker block, but we're not pushing through and then kind of rejecting and testing that for strength. Commissions took it back to about break even. Hey, nice work there, Celsius Lover. There you go. Wow, you're a Bob Ross reincarnated. Example of my setup, 11 was good entry to get inside. Yeah. But yeah, these blocks, I'm drawing them myself. There's some indicators. We'll talk about that in a future stream here. There's indicators that you can use that will draw order blocks for you. But I don't think that they'll change it to a breaker block and do all that. So very nice there. Came right back up above that breaker block. And that's, again, this is why we're talking about, you want to wait for it to push up and then a retest and showing some strength. You don't want to just jump into this at a break of a breaker block and then just go, hey, I'm long. And now you get flushed on. You go, why did I do that? Don't do that. Barkin is still speaking, by the way. How do you see commissions on Ninja? So you want to go to Tools, click Commissions, and then you want to make your own custom commissions. And let me send you the table here. There you go, Jimmy boy. You do that, and then you right click on your account. You go to Edit Account, and then go to Commissions and select Top Step. So we are coming back down. We tapped right above that breaker block, coming right back down now. And then coming right back up. So it is 10:35 here. I don't know that I'm going to continue trading here on YouTube. I do want to continue trading a little bit on Discord. So that's where you can find me. So I'm going to be locking it up here on YouTube. Had a blast with all of you. I will, of course, as you know, I will be back here bright and early on YouTube at 8 a.m. sharp tomorrow. And we have a lot to trade. Keep in mind, we do have, let's see here, tomorrow. We have some Canadian data, some Mexican data out early. We do have the PCE that's going to be out at 8:30 alongside personal income, personal spending, real personal spending. And we have the jobless claims because it is Thursday. So it's the final trading day of November too. This is the last time that we're ever going to be trading in November of 2023. Big day. And then we're followed by Friday, which is going to be the first day of December and the options expiry, weekly expiries. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So this week has been fun. We're going to be locking up our YouTube stream up $4,100. Had a blast trading with all of you. I'll catch you guys all bright and early. If you're in the Discord, don't go anywhere. I'll be right with you folks here. But again, had a blast trading with everybody here on YouTube. I'll see you guys bright and early here tomorrow at 8 a.m. sharp.